This video is sponsored by OWC. Some news broke earlier today from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman detailing Apple's plans for a possible Apple TV with a combined HomePod and camera, and that Apple is looking at a future high-end HomePod speaker that could also include an iPad on a robotic arm that tracks and follows users around a room, similar to what you would see with Amazon and its Echo Show. So let's start with the news about the HomePod Apple TV combo first. Gurman's report states that the company is working on a product that would combine an Apple TV set-top box with a HomePod speaker and include a camera for video conferencing through a connected TV and other smart home functions, according to people familiar with the matter. The device's other capabilities would include standard Apple TV box functions like watching video and gaming, plus smart speaker uses such as playing music and using Apple's Siri digital assistant. Apple unified its engineering teams for HomePod and Apple TV last year, suggesting that an integrated device offering the best of both worlds could be coming shortly. However, according to today's report, the product's development is still in the early stages, and Apple could choose just not to launch the product in general or change key features. Now, we made a video recently talking about a potential new Apple TV refresh coming this year with a new remote and updated processor, but it looks like the future of Apple TV, like later down the road, maybe in a couple years, might include something more exciting, and it might include the HomePod. Now, as far as the HomePod-iPad combo goes, we know very little, but it does seem to be a step in the direction that other companies like Amazon and Google have gone down, which is pairing a display to its smart speakers. Now, Gurman's report about this potential new product states that Apple is, in fact, mulling over the launch of a high-end speaker with touchscreen to better compete with market leaders like Google and Amazon. Now, such a device would combine a HomePod with an iPad and also include a camera for video chat. Apple has explored connecting the iPad to the speaker with a robotic arm that could move, similar to what you see with Amazon's latest Echo Show, where you would follow the user around the room. This is a concept that's very much in the early stages, and again, it could ultimately just never see the light of day, but I'm curious to know your thoughts on all of this. Would you be into the idea of an iPad attached to the HomePod for video calls, where it can track your movements, again, similar to that Echo Show, and I think Facebook did something like this as well? Or would you want something that looks like this mock-up here, where the HomePod has a built-in display, which is pretty in line with a lot of other smart display speakers that we've seen? Obviously, the whole privacy thing very much comes into play with a device like this, especially one that's going to track your every movement. But if there was one company that I had to pick to be very privacy mindful out there, especially out of these three, Amazon, Google, and Apple, it would definitely be Apple in my opinion. Now, I'd be all for this, especially if the iPad is somehow detachable and could be used as a tablet around the house. So you just don't have this very high-end device sitting there that's only used rarely. You can actually pick it up and it'll have multi-use. That would be great if this functionality is somehow built into future iPads as well, where you can bring your own iPad to this specific HomePod setup instead of having to purchase both. Like, you'd have the option to do both, but if you had an iPad that would work, maybe attached somehow to the robotic arm and everything just kind of works with the software, that would be really cool. But of course, I'd love to know your thoughts on all of this in the comments down below. Now, before we end today's video, I do want to give you more information about today's sponsor, OWC. When the Mac Pro was announced, Apple sold a set of wheels for that computer for an additional $700, which is absolutely crazy. But OWC has come to the rescue yet again with a set of wheels for only $200 that go on in literally just a few seconds. That's right, there's no tools required. The wheels simply connect to the existing legs and everything is secured with just a few simple hand twists. The unique patent-pending design is super elegant with stainless steel all over, matching your Mac Pro, and you don't need to worry about the stainless steel scratching the factory legs, as the silicone rubber material does a great job of protecting your now mobile tower. These are wheels after all, so you can in fact just move your Mac Pro quietly and safely from room to room, hassle-free. So if you are a Mac Pro owner and you want a set of wheels to make it easier to maybe pull out from under your desk, or again, move it from room to room in your production studio or whatever the case may be, you need to check this out, and the link is in the description down below. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around in the next video.